coming at you with some brass facts. With the new Surefire mini light coming out, I thought it might be time to review one of their legacy lights, I guess, at this point. Specifically, we're looking at the XC1B Gen 2. For features, this is a very compact 300 lumen light. Feeds off of a AAA battery, sports a constant on as well as a toggle switch. Similar to the X300, it fits most standard pick rails and lock notches, and it comes in at $300. I'm going to mention this up front. This is not going to be a good review. Even in ignoring the expensive price tag, it leaves a lot to be desired, and with that I really can't recommend it for any use. Real quick though, I'll hit up the design. Crossbar for constant on, and tabs on the end function as a switch. Tap for on, hold for momentary. Unlike the X300 or TLR1, these do not actually move more than a little bit. They don't click into different orientations. The light profile is very floody, and I mean very floody, making some of my floody handheld lights look like focus lights. The AAA battery can be removed from the front, which is really nice, so you don't have to take it on and off to replace batteries. Alright, now on to the meat of the things. Observations and experience. I'm going to combine these two together since they're so tied for this review. First off, the lumens. 300 lumens can get the job done, but this heavy flood level does this thing no favors. Especially outdoors. You can forget any kind of target ID beyond 15 yards. You can probably tell it's a human, but beyond that, not much else. Even at 15 yards, it kind of struggles. You need to be with it 10 yards and in to be functional, which, in fairness, most defensive shootings happen at, but that's not something you want to gamble on. Indoors, it does a little bit better, but why not just buy a better flashlight which can blind and control targets and give you a ton of information in your house by illuminating everything. For me personally, this isn't even bright enough for indoors use. You can't umbrella it off of the ceiling because there's not a strong focus, and you can't splash it off the floor either, obviously. My second issue with this light is its durability. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this thing is not up to the Surefire standard, or at least mine wasn't. This thing is advertised as waterproof, XPX7 to be sure. After one day of shooting it out in the rain, I killed the light. Occasionally it'd work, but most of the time it would not work at all, none of the buttons would do anything, and when it would work, it would stick on the on setting. That is, I would tap the on button, and nothing I would do would turn it back off. So I sent it to Surefire, got it back, and worked for about a month. At which point the light would randomly stick in the on position again, which is obviously not desirable because, you wouldn't have any batteries left. To be sure, the light would be fine. I would tap the on the toggle pads and it would stick on. No amount of fiddling would fix it. Even unscrewing the battery and screwing it back in would kick the light back on. Afterwards, I emailed the Surefire RMA guy that I was talking to initially, but I never got a response. In fairness to them, they did give me a free X300M plate the first time around, because I was having issues with my buttons, so that was kind of nice. Look, I don't really like trashing on Surefire, and I don't even fully hold the customer support issue against them. But the issue is, at the base level, even if this light was rock solid, as like my X300, it's just a poorly designed light. The ultra tiny form factor doesn't really matter because it's shrouded in the frame of the pistol, and this only mounts to full-size pistols. It doesn't mount to subcompacts. I can't really see a scenario where something like a TLR7 or even some of those smaller Inforce lights wouldn't outperform this light. Well, that's it. I guess that's my first negative review. Hate to do it, but I think it's a worthwhile data point of one. I'm sure some people have had great experiences with theirs, but this has been my experience, and I'm just passing it along to you. Anyways, this has been some brass facts for you. Have a nice day.